Welcome back to Brighter Shores, where we have run out of crates. That's a different end problem here. Did 22 hours of making combs here. Got 36,000 Bonerite XP. That's enough for level 22 Bonerite. We can now fabricate a 0 to 355 spear. Fortunately, it's not a broccoli spear. Indeed. Okay. So we need more crates. That's a different problem to have. Wild. And we could technically make that spear, but it's going to require different pieces. Not going to worry about that right now. We're mostly just doing Bonerite right now because we need experience in something to do passively until we have time to go do more active training. So, just the combs. Confirm. We need to fill back up on the sheep bones here. Auto buy. And now we need more crates. Now it's just more all the containers. We said only crates has gone down wildly. You sell crates by any means? Why not? Let's go to the. We'll just go to. Oh boy. Go to the containers store. Really used up all 1,000 crates that we purchased. That's wild. I hadn't thought about how many of those we've had in a long time. Because we can just buy 1,000 with absolute triviality because of how cheap they are. But eventually you get through them. Enough time putting a bunch of stuff in crates, you'll eventually run out of crates. With how cheap and easy they are to get, it really could be infinite, but sure. Couple copper, I guess, whatever. Or if we could hold more than 1,000. At least it is in its own separate inventory. Lots of separate inventories in this game. We got money, we got containers, we got quest items. The basic inventory is not very large, so definitely helps. We got tools, also another separate section here. Even though we don't have many of those. Yeah, it's whatever. Okay. Let's get over to the store here. It's gonna be specifically the different things to store. Because we want to get all the containers topped back off. Used up quite a few vials doing the apothecary stuff. Still working on that. We just need to get the next knowledge point and then chop some stuff and that'll be good. We'll get there. Probably next day here. Little 781 crow. Really need to probably train some combat at some point. Well, there was an option to buy all for these. I have to click at least up to 27 times. Thoroughly unnecessary. Here we go, clicking 27 times. Some jars. And some bags. Ta-da! Maxed. Fantastic. Alright. Back into the mine. And we need to go back up to where we can actually do the bone stuff. Which is past the floor tentacles. So we should really do something about these floor tentacles just in the main thoroughfare through the mine here. It's definitely a concerning situation when you think about it. There we go. I always come through here trying to need to cast immunity to get past the floor tentacles because you accidentally walk next to them and then they can't attack, but there's still a problem, etc., etc. Anyways, back to the bone works, specifically the bone vats, since the passive knickknacks is here in the bone vats, so the bone works. It all works. So that should let us do everything here. Good thing we didn't lose too much XP there. That would have been unfortunate. But anyways. More combs. Almost perfectly 24 hours there. Of course that isn't actually 23 sacks, so whatever. 21.6 basically, 38,000 XP. That's enough for a little 24 bone rate. Can now fabricate 0 to 375 wooden hexagon shields. Tessellates well. Hexagon shield. Alright. Another thing, apparently made out of bone, just a handle or something? Wild. Stop that. Now, we have time to go do some active stuff that we need to do for getting the knowledge point that we need. But first, selling these combs. Because we don't need them, because they don't do anything. Yay! Jangle. Sell them. There you go. Okay. There is one thing that we want to do. Active training. Actually required active training to do anything. That is the hefty monument pieces. At the crater and wasteland. Crater. Wasteland. I just do the crater. Let's get over there. Teleport to Hopeport. See how many of these we need, how much knowledge point percentage it gives us. Because there's quite a few of these monument pieces that need to be gotten. Also helps raise this level, which is much lower than other ones. If/when we finish all the quests, which is going to be something else, because they are working on more quests here at some point. Training up the lowest levels would be a fairly reasonable place to go, since those would be more likely to feature in future quests. Also combat, at least to some degree. So I need to figure out exactly how the level striping and new episodes combat getting shoved into the middle of things is really going to work here. It's a whole system. It's a whole system. At any rate, I'm not going to worry about that right now. We got pieces of rock to go pick up. Specifically pieces of rock to pick up, not pieces of rock to mine, not other things to pick up, not other things to pick up but in a different way. Yeah. Let's get over there. Go to the monument building to start. See how many we need in total. And we're getting the hefty ones. It's only the second level of this, and there is a lot of these. Teeny, minuscule. Can make a minuscule monument by the end of this. That and potatoes. Nowhere near any of that, though. We're just getting hefty monument pieces. It's also time to not collect other things. Whether or not any of this has been balanced with actively training the monument, then also passively getting these. We've used some of these already, so not gonna be as useful when we get them if we don't need them for the things that we already used them for. Different level banding. It's a situation. At any rate, let's get over here. See how many of these pieces we need. How much knowledge percent it's gonna give us. Parnell. Gonna give them monument pieces. For the hefty pieces, we need 312 of them. I already completed the huge section, which was less. 312 hefty pieces. Okay. That's gonna be quite a few inventories here. 24 per inventory. Let's look at this. Right, knowledge point is 2%. Hefty piece, hefty piece, hefty piece. Hefty piece there. Plus bonus experience. Surprisingly intact piece of monument. Okay. Grab these two. And presumably we can go to the next room here also. There's angry guys in there. I don't know if that's really worth bothering with. Let's go look. Let's have a look. What's the monument piece situation here? Here and here? And here? Actually, there's a ghoul just right there. Doesn't seem the most safe. There's also another monument piece all the way to the top here. We have to see if the 4 trip takes too much time. Picked up 8. We got in like 6%. Yeah, something like that. So not 1% per, but close enough. So we're definitely going to get plenty of knowledge point here, picking this stuff up. What's the respawn time situation? Just doing 4. In the one room with nothing that can attack us. What? Oh, aw. That's unfortunate. I'd like to loop all those and then come back. Not quite how it works. We don't need to go into the next room. There we go. Oh, he's stopped. At least we have this feature. That's at least something. 23. Good speed too. See what levels and stuff we get. So we just stick around in here. How long are we waiting? Looks like probably a little bit. What are the next unlocks here? 29, 26. 12%. Like 4%. Maybe it's about that. Yeah, it looks like we really do need to go to the next room here. Alright. We'll collect enough of these monument pieces to get 100% or somewhere in that vicinity at least. Knowledge point. Coming right up. We also do technically get paid a little bit for this, so that's nice. So, all the hefty pieces here. It just counts up. 120 out of 312, so we got a lot more of this to do. Well, that's alright. For more knowledge points. Chop! Spine vines. That was worth work. Collected. Alright. Now we can do that. Teleport back to Hopeport. I think we really want to maximize this if we can. Looks like we're basically already there. Get 2 levels per 24 hours of doing stuff. That'll get us to like 49.5 and then 51.5. We only need to get to 50. This only gets to 53, so. If we can line it up to get us to 52.5-ish, or 52 point something and then to 53, all the way to 55. Let's skip a lot of time making potions. But I don't know if we're really gonna worry about that too much. Shop. Because this is free. They even pay us for it. Yeah, I could use help shopping spine vines. Pay you 4 copper for each one you do. Literally profitable. There you go. That's XP. Okay. So we will do this. 4 experience, 4 copper. Beautiful. Technically, we could do this for like half the experience. Just get the whole thing for free. Yeah. Options. Not gonna worry about that too much after 50 here, though, so. We'll just be here. For the full 24. Or about that. Perfect. 22 hours and 47 minutes for 65,000 XP and 65 silver. Amazing. Well, that is level 49 Alchemist. 1 level for the next unlock. And also the cape. And also the quest requirement. And since we don't need to even worry about any inventory stuff, we can just immediately get right back to it. Perfect. A solid 23 hours and 50 minutes for 68,000 XP, 68 silver. Fantastic. Well, that is level 51 Alchemist. German Alchemist cape available, if we could afford all these capes. And the 7% potent potion of XP for Hopeport. Boosts active XP gain in Hopeport by 7%. That's for 2 minutes per dose. Nice. And we can stop there. suppose we can make the singular dose here. Just so we have all of the potion stuff made. We do have some bone stuff we need to make still, which I don't have the card for yet, but we'll worry about that later. 7% XP Hopeport active training potion. It's this one. We need a bladder rack and a white needle. Okay. Rack and metal. Let's get one. Obviously going to be buying it from the shop because there's no way we could get these ourselves currently. Level requirements for things. Very high. Need a rack. Is that 95? A nettle. 83. Not too expensive for how high levels are. My goodness. Not even close to be able to use these. Or not even close to be able to get these. We can use them. That's kind of the problem. That's kind of the problem. Alright. Let's make this. That's a potent potion, I guess. See if it's always the same ratios of all this stuff. Load it in. It's going that way. It's going this way. As long as the potion gets made. We're only making one here. I suppose we'll hold on to this. 2 minutes is not a long time. And we don't really use any of our knowledge points on the XP. But there you go. Almost got another level from that. Pretty neat. Okay. Yeah. 7%. Look how fancy this is. What a nice potion. Okay. But now, we can actually continue with the Wrath Inheritance business. Level 50 Alchemist to make a hair restoration potion. That's the next thing we're doing here. Hair and rat for a hair restoration potion. Getting the preparation done here. Standard potion of hair restoration. Perfect. And that is also filling up some more of the quest item slots in here. That's great. I made a potion of hair restoration for James New Type at Pipe Alley. Pipe Alley's right over here. Alright. Let's give him his potion. Get our next clue. Should be getting there with this. We started the map. Okay. Figuring out this puzzle once we have all the clues here. James New Type. Hey there. I'll be among the pipes. I got Wrath Inheritance. I have the hair restoration potion. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, thank you. Perfect. Wow, that is more effective than I could have hoped. So you had a clue to the inheritance. None of this means anything to me, but here you go. Okay. Here's a piece of paper and a small key. Come back with my share soon. I'll see about that. Alright. Got a new clue and a key. James's tiny key. Very small key. What could it unlock? Something. Need to decipher the swirl shapes, fish, and falcon clue. I can find the inscription which says, everything is just in the area of the map. Okay. Kind of figured that. This is the map. You have the wasteland, the fallen monument, the hooked hand, the town square, legible dab, Brannoff Hall. It's all in here. So we have to decipher the different things. Opposite the geometric shapes. Plot the symbols. X marks the spot. Opposite the falcon. So it's opposite the falcon and opposite the geometric shapes. Really it? Plot the symbols. X marks the spot. Fish clue says opposite the falcon. Swirl clue opposite the geometric shapes. Okay. So we've seen these various symbols and stuff in places on the map. Go to the various spots here. Let's see what we can see. Also, we just probably just find somewhere that's in an X. That's alright. Anything we're opening? Is it this cart? It's an empty cart. Is there something else? And a waistcoat. Is it carefree? Okay. Go and look in all these spots for what symbols and such they have. And then we can see on the map. This one was the fish symbol, obviously. And the fish symbol is opposite the falcon symbol. Look at the map here. Got Branoff Hall. Might have something. Could even be just in Branoff Hall. I think the symbols were there. Like an X. Let's go look at the stuff. There's nice symbols in here. Been a little bit since we started this quest, so figuring stuff out. Fish is here. We know that much. Sideboard? It's in here. That's just money. Dining room. Got chairs. And the Branoff inheritance probably just not going to be just immediately here in the Branoff area. Ink, Lord Branoff. Nope. There was some other spots on the map. Like the hooked hand. Let's see what's here in the hooked hand. Fish was here. Let's keep looking. We need to find other things. There's fish. Falcon, possibly. All the symbols. Marks an X. Maybe not falcon. There's symbols. There's swirl. There's shapes. There's fish. What was it here? It's definitely part of it. Pick up item. Not particularly. So here looks smarter than most. Can I help you? Do you know him? Not going to. It's being polite. Can you give? I don't speak Slushball. Leave it to it. This person. This might be things on the map here, more than anything. Not exactly helpful. Okay. Our spots are on the map here. There is all these buildings. There's the Fallen Monument, the Wasteland. Find the other symbols and stuff. Oh, here's the swirl symbol. Okay. Swirls will match the clue given by Haley. Make a mental note of its location. Do we make a mental note? Do we put it on the map? We need to actually click on the different symbols. Let's go get the shapes symbol. Which was next to swirl? The swirl is opposite of the geometric shapes. So here we are for this. Okay. And then we also need... Fish is opposite the falcon symbol. So we can find the falcon symbol. Should be over on this side of things, by all regards. Some people. Let's do the geometric shape symbol this way. Must be to look at it on the actual map here, not the map that we found. It's also optional. Oh, there's something. That's the falcon symbol. Okay. Let's go look at that. I mean, can't look at it, we just see that it's here. That's the falcon symbol. So that's right here. Okay. This is the shape symbol. A little shape symbol. Swirl opposite of shapes. Get the big map out here. It's swirl to shapes. It's fish to falcon. Okay. So this is shapes. This is swirl. So here. And also found the falcon here. Fish was here. Was it the falcon? Okay. This is shapes. Zoom out any more on this map version? Not really. Shapes. Shapes to swirl. Fish to falcon. Right here. In the place that isn't a place yet. That sounds like the way it would be. Just not quite the edge. That does make sense, doesn't it? Seeing that there's something here with an out-of-place rock. There's a place here deliberately. Door's locked. Place here deliberately. I know. Can we use the key on here? Decipher. Clues into decipher, 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 decipher. Who deciphered it? Open. Info. Bit of cliff. Placed here deliberately. I know. Everything's in the area of the map. Yep. This is the map. It's right here. Decipher, 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 decipher. Opposite the falcon. Yep. X marks the spot. Yep. We can use the other clues on stuff. Use item on, use the swirl with. Found location on the clue map. We know how to mark it on the map. What? This is how you would mark it on the map. Like a. Use the map on ink. Go out. Location of Oswald's clue on the map. Location of the clue on the map. Just on the map. Apply to all the clues on the map. There we go. So we need to actually, literally, in-game mark it on the map. So now we found where we're at. Marked all 4 clues on my map. So now we're here. And now we can open this up with the key. Alright. And that opens that. There you go. Slightly counterintuitive, but we got there. Update. Hidden cavern. Look at all that treasure. And a ghost. Oh boy. We got a boss fight. After all these years, someone this way comes. The Sentinel Spirit. Yet you are not an intended recipient of the inheritance. Prepare to meet your end. Oh boy. Wait. Hilly Brannoff. I'm an intended recipient. I'm a great-granddaughter of Florentine Brannoff. 10 recipients were the sons and daughters of Florentine, not you. But they're all long dead. As a granddaughter of Florentine Brannoff, I am her heir. My instructions are to protect the inheritance from everyone except Florentine's 4 children. That's stupid. I'm bound to follow Florentine's instructions. Prepare to meet your end. Alright, he is level. I'm not sure. You gonna fight? Let's just fight him. He's got less health than we do. You might have mechanics though. What are you? Level 73. Spectral man who is guarding the treasure in this caravan. Attacks with impact. This is a boss monster. Alright. Well, we are winning. He's level 73 and we're level 103. Okay. I was gonna hit him with a hammer. Or hit him with my two-handed weapon even. Doesn't look like he had any mechanics either. There's some XP. Alright. Great, we beat the spirit. Let's get that inheritance. Okay. Not so fast, Haley Branoff. You're not stealing my share. I was gonna let everyone have their share. Seems unlikely from a scrapyard rat like you. No, it's true. I'm gonna send word to the other heirs to come here. And here we are. Oswald Hadley. It's your honesty, Haley. James Newtap. I figured fighting over the inheritance didn't work out for our grandparents. Treasure! Thanks for all your help. As promised, take a share of the inheritance too. Okay. Got large pile of treasure, large pile of treasure, large pile of treasure. Everything's been taken from this chest. I'm gonna search all the chests. Seen from this chest. So we just have this one. I mean, I'll take a large pile of treasure. I'm not complaining. Branoff inheritance complete. Fantastic! You've solved Florentine's puzzle and recovered the long-last treasure of the Branoff inheritance. 376 silver, share of the inheritance. Magical expansion orb. 21,300 alchemist XP, 23,900 chef XP, and 130,000 combat XP. Branoff family sure is rich. Alright. And that was level 52 alchemist. One more level for the next unlock. Okay. 58 chef. We can now prepare white spot macbeth on toast. That's a new passive, so we need another point to do that. And no combat level? I suppose. What's the magical expansion orb? Comes with its own user manual. Hey, there's the user manual. Let's read the user manual. How to get the best out of your new model 2.1.1 magical expansion orb. This orb is specially designed to increase the number of items you can store in your Quartermaster Bank Portal wardrobes. It's not compatible with any of our other wardrobe products, such as those that store fishes, potions, or bones. Attempting to use on such a wardrobe will have no effect and may void your warranty. To use your orb, push it carefully against the door of the wardrobe. For a few seconds, the expansion energy should flow from your orb and increase the number of items you can store. We accept no liability for any loss of limbs as a result of using this orb. Keep out of reach of children under 36 months. Okay. So we can expand our Quartermaster storage. Interesting. Might as well. Used to be slightly more impactful when it was all the different things we needed to store for all the different episodes of equipment. But still something. We can store a bunch of stuff. Other rares we find and whatever. If we open up this right now. We got our one-handed, two-handed, ranged weapons, head armor, torso, hands, shields, legs, foot, piles of empty. And then these can go to anything. So the last two rows here are the ones we get for using our orb. More space is more space now. I'll take it. Expand to the size of our Quartermaster Bank. And that is everything. Perfect. Okay. And that means, as things currently stand, we only have 2 quests left. Lost and found in the Battle of Fortunehold. If we look at the space here now, we're gonna have all the space. Lovely. Cool, cool, cool. As things currently stand, we probably don't need all that space. We would need like a one-handed weapon of each style. I don't know why we have 2 of these base style hammer fists here. Or 3 two-handed weapons. Those are probably unnecessary. I guess these are rare, so we can do stuff with later. Anyways, continuing down the list here, Lost and Found is next. We're working our way through making all the different bits we need. So the next thing we need to do is level 40 Bonerite to make the dice. Could even be the last thing. Probably not, though. 40 Bonerite, though. We're at 24, so that's going to take at least a little bit here. We also need to make some stuff. The spear and shield. Passives-wise, we're good until 26, where we need another level. Let's go just pop over to the mine. See what we might need for making the one-time active creations of things. I think we're a bit to the point where we can't really mine what we need for making stuff at the current levels. We'll compare what we will get with what we're going to need. See what we're working with. Okay. So yeah. Back into the mines. I already did a little bit of the Bonerite stuff. Now we're doing more of it. As our new main goal we're working on. Let's get it. Fortunately, it doesn't mean we need to run through all this. We could go just look at everything we're going to make. Grab all the different pieces we're going to need for all the stuff. That would be an effective way of doing things here. Let's get up here first. Past all the floor tentacles, as per usual. Get in here. Okay. So first up, we immediately need stuff to make these. We're going up to 40. We're also going to need to make a longbow, a poleaxe, a heavy crossbow, and a truncheon. Books in here. We have in terms of Timberbank. Anyways. A couple different things in here. Might be able to swing it. Bones, we have bone spikes brewed and sheep ribs. Okay. We've got wooden hexagon shield. Needs cracked femurs, shards, and coarse oak planks. Dusty femur shards. Then you make a spear. It is streaky bone spikes. A suave pole. What kind of bones do we have here? We got streaky bone spikes. And none of the other bone we needed. Swab pole. You betcha. That should be good enough for that. All the different kinds of bones needed for everything. This one needs cracked femur shards. This one also needs cracked femur shards. This one does too. All sorts of different bits. 4, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 femur shards. Try to make that happen. Let's go make this spear though, assuming these are all the right things. Two-handed melee weapon. Range, two-handed melee. This is the last bit that we need these streaky bone spike shard pieces for. Let's make a spear. This will be level 120. We'll see. Not that we can use these, because this is the wrong combat for these, but it's something. Okay. Making a spear. Higher level we make it, the morally worth, at least. So that's also something. Bonus. Bonus. We made a common quality. Only a guardian can equip this. That's alright. And it's a crafted weapon, which also changes the stats or something. Okay. I guess we need to see if we're going to be getting these next bones from doing anything in particular. So cracked femur shards is 30 picking it up. We are 28 picking it up. So we could get to the cracked femur shards, level 30. We're only going to get a couple of them anyways, so it's not really worth worrying about. Let's go buy it instead. Just be easier for us. Then assume we have the wooden pieces. That's good. Let's go buy. So we needed 13 of the femur shards. Something like that. We're going to need to do as if this thigh used to belong to something. Not anymore. Put all these in the vats here. And these we just put in the vat. Don't need any, like, gas power or whatever. These will be usable. To get just enough that we're going to need to do 3 dunkings. Got all the bones out here. Some bone XP for that too. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, these bone bits will get us through quite a bit here. Probably store this in storage. I'll make that happen. Anything that's not exceptional is not things we don't. It's gonna be things we obviously don't need. So we'll figure that out too. So that. One last one. I don't think the dipping process is quicker. This is only put one thing in here. It's obviously better to get as many as you're going to be getting. Okay. Which wooden pieces we need for the hexagon shield? We need 3 coarse ash planks. Okay. Do we have 3 coarse ash planks? We got rugged ash planks. The answer is no. Oh no. Oh bummer. These are lower level. We don't have any coarse ash planks, so we don't do the active training. What pieces do we need for all these other things? Or just go do a trip here. Get everything we need. Unfortunately, these books aren't just put into the skill section up here, so I just need to look at it slightly. We need, just for this part, 3 coarse ash planks. At level 28, we're gonna need 2 coarse juniper stabs. We also might technically have some of these, so we'll check. Poleaxe needs a coarse yew pole. And the heavy crossbow at 34 needs 2 more coarse juniper staves for a total of 4. Okay. And that is at 34. The item at next level after that, 38 is the truncheon. I guess we'll just be able to get that here. Truncheon 2. Need some gray goat horns and rugged oak pole. Rugged oak pole. 18. 43. Weird. We can always just go and get the bones just right over here, so that's fine. Alright. Do we have any of these pieces of wood? What do we need? We need the 3 coarse ash planks, which we don't have. For we have but the rugged ash planks. Juniper staves. We have 10 coarse juniper staves. We got that taken care of. We have a coarse yew pole. We have a coarse yew pole. We have rugged oak. We have 218 rugged oak poles. So we just need some coarse ash planks. Then we're fantastic. Let's just go get those. Hope Forest. Central. Okay. This should set us up for success here in bone writing. Only need to make one thing. Not particularly necessary to worry about more than that. At least as things currently stand. Okay. This'll work. This'll work fine. And go down to the town area. Dodged. Perfect. We got the supplies, lumber, timber, I think. One or the other. 3 specifically coarse ash planks. Should be fine. Trade is logs. Lumber is gonna be timber. Let's sell stuff. Timber merchant sells the lumber. Got it. Sure. Coarse ash planks. Perfect. And back to the mine. Alright. That takes care of that. Other question's gonna be, will we or did we already get any of the things for the actual passive training? That'd be another thing we could possibly do. If we want to not waste getting the bones in the future or whatever. For now, just kind of automatically doing it. Don't need to. Let's go make our one thing we're making here, which is a shield. And then we'll look at what gets us the stuff for the passives. So honestly, we probably could go ahead and get the stuff from collecting it ourselves. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. Make one shield here. The first time XP for this. Great. Make that shield. Eventually. Not too worried about quantities or efficiency of resources. We're only making one thing. That's alright. 490 plus bonus 482. Made an uncommon one this time at least. Still not useful at all. Okay. Deposit all the bones in the bone bank. There's nowhere we could like sell these here either. 2 and 3. 2 extra spaces isn't even bad, really. Knickknacks. We have gnawed sheep ribs, then yellowing sheep ribs, soily sheep ribs, spare sheep ribs, everything. There's also bone meal cement. Yellowing bone shards, gray bone shards. Okay. I've been here. We have sheep ribs for knickknacks. What are currently doing? Yep. Making comb knickknacks. There's also the cat skeletons and divination, which is also something different. So we're only gonna get to 40, so we don't even need the next bone for a knickknack. We just need to figure out what divination and cat skeletons going to require. Because none of that is here. That's interesting. It's not until 46, that's not until 40. Okay. So we really don't need more passive bones, realistically. Let's go grab everything we need here. 2 should be just a little bit low, maybe. We don't get through as many as it needs, so this should be fine. The sheep ribs here. What about 20.5? Not even the max. Let's see, 20.4. We can do like 21 point something to actually do it. How many of these are we gonna go through? This is gonna be the last set of this. That's probably enough. That's probably enough. Then we can save some money by doing the divination, maybe. Depends what that is. Never done that before. Well, let us start making presumably the last chunk of knickknacks here with these wildly high level requirements. And then we'll see how much we can get through the bone right situation. Next time. Goodbye.